Hello, everybody. It's a little late today. Hey, Terry, how you doing? Hey, Fish Killer. Hey, Robert, Steve, Jeff. Is that Solomon? Brian. Hello, everybody. Why is that camera switching? What happened to all our cameras? Well, that's not the camera it should be. All the other cameras are off. I don't know what happened. They all were working earlier. Guess we have to go with the lousy camera right now. I don't know what happened here. Something with the feed. Maybe it's with the lightning or something. I don't know what's going on. Hey, Kenny, Walter. Thank you, Steve, for the super chat. Hello, Daniel, Mike, Robert. Robert, how bad is the weather up there? Aren't you close to where the flooding was? Robert's with his grandkids. That's nice. Well, I'm glad I'm here today. It's pouring rain outside. Lightning's bad. Traffic's terrible. Took me an extra 30 minutes to get home. But I'm here now. And today we're going to do the drawing for the $50 YouTube prize. So we'll be doing that. Jeff, are you home now or are you still here? Yeah, it's a good day to be inside. It's terrible. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my little studio here. All the cameras are off except for the one with the computer. So I don't know what's going on. I'm pretty sure nobody was fishing. Alan went fishing, and I think he's driving back tomorrow. But he is up in Emeryville. Let me see if I can. He sent me a little video. I haven't played it. So let's see if we can play it and see what it looks like. Let me try this here. See what happens. That was from Alan. He's up there in Emeryville, probably watching us right now. I'm sure he's going to drive back tomorrow morning. He was supposed to go fish yesterday, and they were on the boat. They were on the Sea Wolf, and it was raining so hard and the weather was so bad that I guess the captain decided not to take off. So they stayed around and went out today on the Sea Wolf. He said it was pretty rough, but it sounded like fishing was pretty good. And he even caught a sable fish, and he got it on a bucktail. So that's pretty cool. Black cod. So that's nice to know. Hey Jamie, how you doing? Yeah, Alan does really good on these videos. I wish I know what's going on with my cameras, guys. I don't have an answer. And I can't really check them while I'm on because all the cables are in the back. It must be a system thing or something because they're all out. I only have one camera, the one on the computer. Hey Henry, how you doing? Normally the sand bass are right along the edge of the structure, away from the rocks, but close to the rocks in the mud. Unless they're eating clams, then they'll be out in the solid mud. But normally they're not. Hey Brian, how you doing? Long time no see. What's Brian's question? But do I have a favorite outfit for Cabo? Whatever you use in San Jose to Cabo, you want to use in Cabo. I wouldn't bother bringing the heavy stuff, like the 300-pound trolling reels. They'll have all that stuff on the boat. But anything light, like 50-pound or lighter, most of my drop back stuff I use is stuff like this. This is a little big. This is a 30, but normally I use a 16S is what I would use. So that's what I would normally use, a 16S. But now there's a lot smaller reels. That's what I use for my drop back. Oh, place to fish out of. Okay. I really don't know the resorts. I mean, like the fleets down there. The last couple of times that I fished out of there, I fished out of the Minerva fleet. So Minerva owns the tackle shop there in Cabo San Lucas, and she has 3 or 4 boats. I'm not sure if it's 3 or 4 anymore, but that would be a good place to start. She's a really strong person, really good. The boats were always really good, and she was for a while the president of the Sport Fishing Association there. So I'm pretty sure she still has her store there. So you might want to start there, call the tackle shop or call their landing and find out. But that's what I would recommend. So you're staying in Cabo San Lucas? Because if you're staying at San Jose del Cabo, you're closer to where the wahoo and that stuff is on the reef there. But if you're going to fish out of Cabo, I mean, everything's still doable. I like the East Cape. I just like being, um, 80 miles north where you have 80 miles of peninsula, 100 miles of peninsula blocking the Pacific Ocean, so it's a lot calmer. But if you're in Cabo, that's where you're staying, probably going with the family. I would probably start with Minerva's. Hey, Richard, how you doing? Thank you very much. Hey, Tamara. Daniel Ortiz. Dan, what do you think about? I've never used them. Nomad lures. I've never used that squid lure, so I don't know. Yeah, the other thing you might want, well, you have to be careful where you're staying in Cabo, because on the Pacific side of it, I guess if you're looking at Cabo on the right side, um, the currents can be really rough. So you have to be careful if you want to try surf fishing. But along that beach there, you can catch roosterfish. And I was talking to one of the vice president from Daiwa, and he was surf fishing just about a week ago in Cabo, and he caught a Dorado off the beach. So I've never heard of a Dorado caught off the beach, but he did that. Yeah, Steve, I have thunder and lightning right here, right outside my little shed here. It's going pretty bad. Hey, Dad. My dad's on. See, Alan's on. Hello, Alan. Alan, I played your video a little while ago. Tamara, it seems every time you go out to sea, you see a killer whale. That sounds good. So breaching whales, orcas, and dolphins, and limits of fish. That sounds awesome. Hey Sam, how you doing? What do I recommend for catching white sea bass? Normally, early in the season, they bite really good on live squid. But the trip I was on with Rocky was in June, and we caught them on tiny pinhead anchovies. But normally, I like to fish them with the B52 bucktail, the HDs with the big hooks like that, and put 1 or 2 squid on it, and just slowly bounce it up and down. Um, Brian, we're talking to a couple of different people about Cedros. I haven't had much luck there. I haven't had the luck that you've had. Every time I fly in there, it's really windy, and I don't get to fish the good side of the island. So we'll see. That's nice, Alan. Thank you. Says Captain J wishes everybody happy holidays from Emeryville. That's cool. Those guys fish a lot. They spend a lot of time on the water. Okay, Brian's gonna do one more time. Brian, we're going to Alaska this year if you're interested. We've been going the last few years. Last year we didn't go, but we've gone like 3 years in a row. So have the information on the website. Say hi to your dad for me. I haven't seen him for a while. What does Frank say? It's great to meet you at the swap meet. That'd be great. Come fish with us. We have plenty of trips. We'll probably have 18, 20 trips for next year. I'm hoping next week to go live with the website, with the new website, so you guys can see some of the dates. But it might be the first week of January. But I have some of the dates. I have about 10 dates confirmed right now. 2 trips on the Malihini, which you guys will like, and a day-and-a-half trip on the Horizon. So Captain Bill came through, gave us a day-and-a-half trip. I'm trying to talk to some other San Diego boats to get another tuna trip and see if we can get at least 2 tuna trips. William, thank you very much for the happy holiday season and greetings and all that. Ryan says, only if Dad is paying. Ask Dad to pay. Have him take you to Alaska. That would be cool. I'm hoping to take my dad with me. We're thinking about taking him on there. So what Alan said, they worked hard up there. Have to pass an hour and a half past the Fairlawns just to fish for 45 minutes. Wow. So what's that? 3.5 hours? 4 hours driving one way? So you spent 8 hours traveling during the day? 4 hours there, 4 hours back? That's a lot of driving. And then you only fish for 45 minutes, and then it's crab fishing. It's too bad they got to fish that deep. Yeah, that's a lot. 8 hours of traveling. Wow. All right, so I got the wheel over here with the tickets in it. We don't have a lot of tickets for the prize that Jeff bought for us, but we will be doing it. Let's see what else is going on. Any Colonet trips this year? I'm looking into that right now. The problem with Colonet is all the permits now. You have to have a visa plus a Mexican license, and you might have to have that Biosphere thing too. So it's a lot more money than it's more money added on than even going on a tuna trip because you're fishing less than 12 miles off the beach. No, we're not taking any more prizes for today. When I said last week that you had to sign up by noon today to get in the drawing, and I don't think we have 20 tickets sold. Very few tickets in here. So one of those people are going to win. Been telling you guys for 3 weeks since Jeff bought the prize to sign up. So you normally don't see seagulls in Illinois? So Alan, how many people, what percentage of people had electric reels? Yeah, Steve, we went a long ways to fish, but we fished more than 45 minutes. We fished for hours out there in that deep water. And the trip Alan was on, they went out to 400 feet, but they went way past the Fairlawns. And then they could only fish 45 minutes because they had to get back and have time to drop the hoop nets, let the hoop nets sit, and then pick them up. So do they only drop the hoop nets one time, or do they drop them down a second time? Because normally they have cages, the commercial cages, but they haven't been able to do that because of the whales. Thanks, Chris. Thanks for joining us. Have a good Christmas. So Fish Keller says when he was out there fishing out of Emeryville, only one person out of 28 had an electric reel. Wow. Okay, so Alan said only him and his boys had the electric reels. So that's nice. You have 3 electric reels. Hey, Jose, thank you for the donation. Samuel wants to know what's the best rig for sheephead. Well, everyone's going to tell you it's going to be like a dropper loop rig with a piece of shrimp on there, which I would probably agree with. But I've caught sheephead on squid, and sometimes during the year they only like fin bait, like sardines or anchovies. But if I was only going to use one bait, it would be a piece of shrimp. They really bring it. They really like it. And make sure it's raw shrimp. It still has the shell on the outside of it, not cleaned, anything. Still want the vein in it. Just bring raw shrimp. You can go to any Asian store, probably Mexican stores too, and just get the shrimp that isn't cleaned. Oh, so Fish Keller was on the Coral Sea. Okay. No problem. I thought you were up in Emeryville. So Alan says today they dropped 30 plus hoops. On the average haul was close to 13 legals per hoop. That's cool. So they didn't have to drop any hoops a second time. They just dropped them all. Probably by the time they dropped the 30th hoop net, it was time to turn around and start picking them up. Oh, so Alan just had one boy with them. Okay. Harold, I never tried using ghost shrimp for sheep's head, just regular shrimp. I use ghost shrimp in Santa Monica Bay for bonefish. Brian, I have this one here, the 500 series. This one's made by Daiwa. And there's the 500, which is this one. 750, which is the next size bigger. Some of the guys like to use. And then the 1000, which is a lot bigger. But the 500 works out good. And then the battery that connects to that is this one. So it just plugs right there. Goes in like that. And I keep the reel in the boat. Keep the reel in the boat so the battery falls off. And it works out fine. Just lay the rod on the rail. And all you do is press the button. And it comes right up. Tomorrow, if you want to go lobster fishing, you should jump on the Gale Force or the Triton. They're doing pretty good right now. This year's been pretty good. Yeah, you might want to use a bigger hook. And Samuel, use a bigger hook and kind of thread it on there. Yeah, Brian, the battery just plugs in. I wish my cameras were all working so you could get a better picture. But right here, the battery just plugs in right there, screws on, and works out fine. Some of the guys I fish with, like Eric, has a battery that straps onto his rod, and he runs a little cable there. Yeah, these batteries weren't bad. I think I paid $80 or something for 2 of them, and it came with the charger. Yeah, the fishing at Catalina just seems like it's been a lot more consistent for the lobsters this year. But I heard that they are getting them locally too, so that's good. I wish I knew what was going on with my cameras. Yeah, I'm sure it's tiring when you have to wind up from 500 feet. Yeah, Casey, we've been talking about that, and everybody agrees that the best bait is shrimp, raw shrimp that hasn't been cleaned. But if you're fishing a double dropper loop rig, I would put something else on there too. Maybe a sardine or piece of squid. You never know exactly what they're going to eat because I've caught them on everything. I've caught them on dead squid, strips of squid, live squid, sardines, mackerel, but they do seem to really like the shrimp. And I've actually seen people hook yellowtail fishing with shrimp, trying to catch sheephead over at Catalina. Yeah, I've seen that too, Solomon, where some people use drills. But it's much better to have a reel that's designed for it. Yeah, I think I think the boat that's doing local lobster is the Sport King. I'm pretty sure the Gale Force and Triton are both heading to Catalina Island to lobster fish. Ken, this is the Daiwa that I use. But there's other brands that make them. There's one on the internet right now that you see lots of ads for. That's a Daiwa there. That's where the battery goes. Works out pretty good. Much easier than fishing with this guy. Hey Annette, how you doing? Yeah, no, they're not deep water, Tamara. They are in shallower water. Hey James, how you doing? I think James says he's going to come by the office tomorrow. He left his coffee mug at the office. We'll be closed next week, so come by tomorrow. Yeah, I've been on Bites Fish Killer on live squid and caught tuna. Tuna will eat them. Ernest, any kids events in the Inland Empire? The best place to find out is go to the State Fish and Wildlife website. Look for Fishing in the City, and Brian will have a list there of all his events where he has them. How much are the reels running for? I don't know. You have to look online. I haven't seen mussels catch sheephead like shrimp does. Yeah, Brian, that would be a good idea if you can find them. A lot of people are having trouble finding those reels. That's good to know what Jeff says. He says everything eats ghost shrimp. That's good to know. All right, James, I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, it just says they use squid for bluefin. Okay, so that's a good question. Gabriel's asking what type of rod to use. I use my old tuna rods, my old short tuna rods, 5 foot, 5.5, with roller guides. Have a roller tip and maybe one roller guide in it. Just because I don't use the roller guide rods anymore for tuna fishing, so they work out fine for that. You don't want a rod super long. If you have a 7 or 8 foot rod, it'll work for rock fishing if it's sturdy enough, but it can be a hassle to get the fish in the boat. So with a shorter rod, 6 feet maximum, 5.5, you can just put the rod down. It's close to the boat there, and it's low enough to grab the line, bring the line in, and it works out pretty good. We're not getting the rain like you guys are getting, Tamara. I mean, right now outside there's a lot of lightning and heavy rain. But what I saw on the news today for Santa Barbara, from Ventura to Santa Barbara, and just north of you a little bit, it looks like you guys were getting hit with lots of rain. And I saw on the news this morning what happened in Port Hueneme, so that's pretty scary. So that happens. Oh, okay. I didn't know they were going to do that, Marvis Lighting. I saw that they're going to start doing coastal bass fishing trips on the Gale Force, not lobster trips. But I don't know. Maybe that's a combo thing. I didn't notice if it's going to be a combo thing, fishing for bass and then going lobster fishing. But I thought the ad I saw that they ran was that they're going to be fishing, what do you call it? Fishing for just bass. Because they're taking 16 people. They're going to take less people than normal. They normally take 20, but they said they were going to do a wintertime with the lighter load and just fish structure for bass. Bass and halibut. You should be able to catch a lot of halibut this time of year. So that should be good. Jane says lightning and thunder in Whittier. Alan says 20-ounce weights, and the current was dragging them away like marshmallows. That's tough. Yeah, so Jose's saying that 750 is running around $600. James, do you want me to bring a burrito? Sure, I'll take lunch tomorrow if you're going to bring lunch. We can have lunch at the office, bring some burritos in. Monica won't be there, I'll be there alone. So thank you. Yeah, I was going to ask you guys, do you want to take Tuesday off, the day after Christmas, and we'll just do next Thursday? Or do you guys want to try to get together on the day after Christmas? I think everybody's got family and stuff in. Hey Donnie, how you doing? Hey Willie. Yeah, I think we'll take Tuesday off. We'll just do Thursday. But it's 8 o'clock now, so let's do the drawing for the $50 gift card that Jeff bought. And thank you, Jeff, for buying it for everybody. Let me get the wheel in here. Normally I can use the other camera view for you guys. All right, so before I pick the winner, let me say first, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to all of you. Thank you very much for all your support over the years. Next week will be the end of my 37th year on television, and next week will be the beginning of my 38th year on television. So thank you guys for all your support. I really, really appreciate it, and couldn't do it without you and all the volunteers, all you guys that help out at every kids event and all that. I can't thank you guys enough to do all that for me. I can tell you for next year, for Emeryville, we will be back the same weekend that we always are, Saturday fishing, the last Saturday in September fishing on the new Huck Finn, and the last Sunday in September fishing on the Seawolf. So we'll have that stuff up there. All right, here we go. Nothing in my hand. And the winner is Oz. Oz gets the gift card. Congratulations, Oz. That's appropriate because he probably bought the most tickets. So the winner is Oz. Yeah, I have long sleeves on today. Still have short pants, but I got long sleeves on today. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much. Again, thank you all for all your support, your love, all your help. I greatly appreciate it. And hope you all have a great holiday season, great Christmas, however you spend it. And enjoy your time with your family. And those of you like Robert that have a brand new grandchild in the family this week or this month, it's going to be a special time. So I'll be hanging out with my niece. She's in town with her 3 kids. They're staying at my parents' house. My dad's watching right now. I'm sure my mom's watching too. I'm sure she's out visiting her mom or other family. But my niece is Chelsea. So Merry Christmas to everybody. And I won't be on Tuesday, but I will be here Thursday. So I'll see you guys on Thursday. All right. Merry Christmas, everybody. Bye.